Hello everyone and welcome to a new Imperial technology video. I will be telling you about the Lian Li Lancool II. This is my first video, and in this series I will be showing you some of its most prominent features and others. Personally, I chose the white Lancool II because I want my build to stand out amongst others. The other options available are black, and I'm quite certain the non-mesh version has the same options.
The main reason I chose the Lancool II was the focus on optimal airflow. This is mainly represented by the mesh front panel, but the honeycomb vents and the mesh PSU panel also help a great deal in its capabilities to deliver optimal airflow. Furthermore, the vents above your power supply can of course be used to mount SSDs while providing enough airflow still, but can also quite uniquely be separately removed and replaced by two 120mm fans. I recommend you use these fans as an intake and not as an exhaust.
Opening this case compared to other cases is actually quite simple. All you need to do is flip the front mesh panel downward. Then put your finger under the tempered glass side panel. Now apply a decent amount of force to loosen the magnet. One magnet is located here, the other one is up top. These attach the tempered side glass panel to the case, making sure it does not come loose in any way. Closing the case is even simpler. All you have to do is reverse engineer the process of opening it. The magnets of the mesh front panel are located here and on the other side in the same location. If you want to remove the tempered glass side panel for any reasons, all you have to do is open it 90 degrees and apply quite a lot of force to it. To reattach it, do the opposite and make sure to put the top one in first. This also requires a lot of force. To remove the bottom honeycomb vents, you'll need a Phillips head screwdriver and screw clockwise. Once the two screws have been removed, you can push it out with one finger. The second most important requirement for me were its storage capabilities. And here the Lancool II delivers yet again. It has 9 total spots for drives. It has this section which can fit 3.5-inch drives, and if you want to can also house 2.5-inch drives. Then in the back there can also be 4 more drives. These can only be SSDs and cannot be 3.5-inch drives. The last 2 spots can be found here on the vents. Personally, I will most likely be using an M.2 drive as a boot drive and have 2 4TB HDDs in these storage bay. And then when they are necessary, I will add 4 more 1TB SSDs gradually, so one by one. Another feature I haven't seen in many cases is its toolless sliding cage, which is also quite handy. It can allow you more place for your cable management of your PSU cables, or a bigger reservoir. Moving the toolless sliding driving cage can be done, as its name implies, without tools, but with a simple thumb screw. Then you can use your hands to adjust the gauge to your liking, and then fasten it by using the thumb screw. Opening it is also quite simple. You just have to pull the tab towards you and then slide out the gauge. As you can see, it can be used to mount 3.5-inch drives and 2.5-inch drives. Then you can slide it back in and just push the lever in. I also plan to place an I/O in my system. I recommend using the top fan mount to place your 240mm radiator. This is plenty for your CPU and can reduce your pump's lifespan and pump while. If you are, however, doing a custom loop, this won't matter because your pump won't be in your radiator. So then you can use this let me check, this 240, 280 or 360mm radiators in the front. It even supports thicker radiators because of an other feature, the ability to install these fans in 4 different ways. Anyways, while I will not throw away buckets of money on RGB and aesthetics, I am prepared to spend a little more.
The 3 RGB fans in the front I haven't been able to test, but they seem to be good but not amazing fans, both in cooling and aesthetics. They are connected to the motherboard via a 3-pin connector. By the way, a fan splitter is sadly not included. The multi-way bracket allows the full installation options shown above.
Yet again, the Lancool II surprises us with unique and handy features. This feature allows you to flip the cable management bar and make it from an ADX case to an eADX case. This feature I often hear described as cheating at cable management. I disagree because I think you should still do cable management because this is easier for replacements and oversight. I do, however, agree in a way that it hides ugly cable management. So if that is a problem to you, then I recommend the Lian Li Lancool II. The top right plate even offers a handy spot for a fan hub or LED hub. This is especially handy if you, I can't get it off, if you have it attached by magnets. The front I/O is nothing special, except maybe the LED color and mode buttons, allowing you to change the color and mode of your front fans respectively. For the rest, we have a reset button, a power button, a multi audio jack, 2 USB 3s, and quite disappointingly, a spot for a USB-C connection covered by this ugly black piece of rubber, even if you own the white case.
The ARGB buttons are connected to the motherboard via the motherboard's 3-pin 5V addressable RGB headers or to the power supply via SATA.
Now, onto the accessories. If you own an Lancool II a non-mesh version, you can buy the mesh front panel separately. Further, you can also buy an official vertical GPU mount, an RGB LED strip, hot swappable backplate, and a 3.1 Type-C cable. Quite weirdly, in my opinion, there are 3 spots here for SSDs, and these can be moved. What I think is quite weird that there is no accessories to buy an additional plate so you can mount an additional SSD. In conclusion, the Lancool II is the perfect case for people who want their case for a very long time without paying enormous amounts of money. It has very cool and unique features which allow it to be used in almost every way. As a purely airflow case, there's also spots for an AIO, there's space for custom cooling, the mount, the ability to mount an eATX motherboard, enough space for almost any power supply, has very good and robust build quality. There's also 2 removable tempered glass side panels, and in my opinion looks very modern and sleek. For these reasons, I give the Lian Li Lancool II Mesh RGB the Imperial stamp of approval.